Test 1 2 1 2.
Your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big at AgriVision equipment. During the month of February, get 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. It's the perfect time to stock up. Don't wait. This offer ends on 2/28/25. Stop by AgriVision Equipment or visit agrivisionequipment.com today.
Welcome to Whitetail Run, a new development near highly sought-after Glenwood, Iowa. Nestled in the breathtaking Luss Hills, Whitetail Run offers private, pristine acreages that provide the perfect canvas for your dream home. Collaborate with our expert custom builder to create a home that suits your vision, or explore our move-in ready modern farmhouse, complete with luxury finishes, high-end appliances, and so much more. Start your journey today. Visit jimhughesrealestate.com. Whitetail Run, where nature meets home.
The Glenwood Booster Club celebrates the success and hard work of our Glenwood Rams. Being a Glenwood booster means making a difference in the lives of our student athletes both today and into the future. Membership is available at all levels and goes directly to giving the Rams everything they need to succeed. The Glenwood Booster Club is proud to support the live stream and proud to support our Glenwood Rams. Contact us and follow us on Facebook to find out how you can join the Glenwood Booster Club. Go Rams!
Introducing the robust workhorse from Holstein Manufacturing, the HFAB Ultra Tilt Bed Trailer.
Whether you are hauling heavy equipment or delivering precious cargo, our tilt bed trailers, ranging from 20 to 28 feet in length, are engineered with strength and designed to handle it with ease. Forget the hassles of ramps. They're built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers at Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing.
And online at holsteinmfg.com.
Well, good evening and welcome in to Glenwood, Iowa, here on the KMAX stream here at KMAland.com as we welcome you in here for this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal here tonight as the Glenwood Rams host the Bishop Heelan Crusaders here tonight. Ethan Hewitt alongside Brian Gertini will have the call of this one here for you tonight. And Brian, I got a couple of teams here, a couple of battle-tested teams coming into this one here tonight. Should be a pretty fun matchup here between these two.
Yeah, and both teams got here by virtually just 1 point. The Glenwood Rams survived, had a big lead, survived and held on to come in against Harlan. Had to come back from behind actually late, won 57-56. Sergeant Bluff Luton gave the Bishop Crusaders everything they wanted. In fact, Crusaders had a big lead. They had to come back and win on the last second three-pointer. Otherwise, we'd have different teams, but it all works out. All you got to do is win by 1 in tournament time. Ethan, that brings them both here. The records, Glenwood had a great season. They're 19-4. Bishop Heelan 10-12. That record's a little bit deceiving, though, based on where they play.
I'll say they had quite the run-of-the-mill there throughout this season to get here tonight. You mentioned those couple of 1-point wins for both those two teams, 57-56 for Glenwood over Harlan, also 58-57 there for Bishop Heelan, Clifton Sergeant Bluff Luton there in that one. Winnerless one tonight, we'll get the winner of MOC Floyd Valley, Sioux Center, in a sub-state final coming up here on Monday. And these two teams actually not the most familiar with each other, at least. They haven't met since 2011. Bishop Heelan, that was a 79-52.
Yeah, I was actually there at that game. I went up and watched. Cole Darrell played, and my son was, I think, a freshman on the squad, my oldest boy, Corey, and we went up to watch that game, and Heelan was loaded, and they went on like a run where they won like 3 state titles in a row. So a lot of talent, a lot of rich tradition on that squad up there. So they're battle-tested. They got a guy that put in 31 points the other night, Noah Conley, and he put on quite a performance against Sergeant Bluff. So, of course, then Glenwood, we saw lots of guys do some really good things. Cole Stout had a great game. Jack Johnson, guys that had to really, step up and get some points. Aiden Gibson kind of held in check a little bit, but he can go off for about 25, 30 on any given night as well.
Say Gibson, leading scorer for the Rams this season, averaging 18.5 points per game. And you mentioned just really, Glenwood has quite a bit of depth. They got 3 guys there averaging double figures a game. Certainly would have some firepower, a little over 34% from beyond the arc tonight as well this season.
Yeah, and they're going to have to get a lot of balance because Heelan, I think, is really going to be aggressive defensive. They're going to go about 8 or 9 guys deep as well. Glenwood's going to have to really just kind of share the ball a little bit. And I think one thing we saw the other night when we did the game, Ryan Matheny and I did, was that Glenwood kind of got away from getting the ball into the paint. When they got the ball in the paint, whether it be Cole Stout or Jack Johnson or somebody driving the back, really good things happen. When they kind of relied on just shooting the 3 from the perimeter and they weren't making them, they really struggled. They let Harlan kind of get back in the game. So hopefully, I'm sure the coaches probably all figured that out, Coach Schulte and his staff, and said, look, when we get the ball in, good things happen, and then we can kick it back out. But tonight's going to be a game, I think it's going to really come down to who's going to stay out of foul trouble, make good decisions, and not let a team go on a big 8-10 point run where they get some separation. So this could be one of those games where it's back and forth all night, and we could see ourselves in a 1-point ball game come late fourth quarter.
I know, it's 3 of the 4 games actually in that first round of the sub-state were decided by a total of 4 points. So certainly has been a well-contested sub-state bracket here in Class 3A. Let's get you introduced here to the starters here for this one here tonight. Mentioned Glenwood, 19-4, coming to this one here tonight, starting 5. Cole Stout, junior, averaging 7.6 a game. Senior Drew Schroeder, averaging 10.2 a game. Colin Steele, a junior, averaging 7.6 a game. Mentioned Aiden Gibson, senior, averaging 18.5 points a game. And then also Jack Johnson, a junior, 10.8 points a game. And also, of course, Anna McGoldrick should get some pretty consistent playing time tonight as well. The senior averaging 5.7 for a team that averages 67.9 points a game coming into this one here tonight. And for the Bishop Heelan Crusaders, 10-12 coming into tonight. They're starting 5, as we mentioned, Noah Conley, the junior, averaging 15.4 points a game. Pierce Conley, senior, averaging 5 points a game. Kason Thomas, the junior, averaging 9 points a game. Grant Whitcomb, the sophomore, averaging 5.8 points a game. And then Abe Scott rounds out that starting 5 as a sophomore, averaging 2.8 points a game this season for a team that averages 58.3 points a game. And Coach mentioned head coach Schulte for Glenwood, also Matt Hahn at the helm for Bishop Heelan for the second year for the Crusaders. And I mentioned those the ages as well of these, because these are 2 teams that have quite a few upperclassmen. Both teams bringing quite a bit of experience to the hardwood tonight as well.
Yeah, and this is when you really draw upon that experience, Ethan. You got guys that have been battle tested, and when experience also teaches you that the game is 32 minutes long, regulation. So there's ebbs and flows to it, and you got to kind of manage those emotionally a little bit, and not, if a team does get out 6-8 points, you just stay with it. Both these teams, both had big leads the other night and let them kind of get away. They were able to hold on, so that bodes well tonight. And I said, I think tonight we should see quite a ball game.
Glenwood going to be looking for their 7th straight win here tonight. And Bishop Heelan, they've won 3 out of their last 5, looking to win their 3rd straight. I mentioned that win over Sergeant Bluff. They also had a win over Gretna, 6-point win there, and that one to close out their regular season. So again, should be a pretty fun sub-state semifinal matchup here tonight between the Glenwood Rams and the Bishop Heelan Crusaders here on the KMA Extreme here at KMAland.com. We also want to mention real quickly, do have a few other broadcasts on the KMA airwaves here tonight down there in the Show Me State here on both the AM. We got Missouri Class 1 Girls District Semifinals. There's Stanberry and Rockport, and also Mount City and Platte Valley. Derek Martin there on the call of those 2 there down at Jefferson, and also on KMA-FM. Missouri Class 2 Girls District Semifinals, Nottoway Valley versus St. Joseph Christian, and Albany versus East Atchison. And Trevor Mader there on the call of those 2 games as well. But up here in Iowa, it's going to be a Class 3A sub-state semifinal here tonight between Glenwood and Bishop Heelan. As they get the starters introduced here, we're going to step aside here real quick as they get the starters introduced to the national anthem here. But we will be back here on the KMA Extreme here at KMA Land for tip-off coming up here in just a moment.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Iowa Western Community College, the journey of making your passion your career starts here. With over 80 immersive, high-tech programs available both on campus and online, you'll acquire the skills to journey from the classroom to the patient's room, from an apprentice to a master technician, from a foodie to a chef, all for thousands less and half the time of a 4-year institution. The world is waiting at an IWCC location near you.
Do you have a worn-out driveway or parking lot? Cracked and worn-out driveways aren't only ugly, but have a direct impact on your property's value and your business's traffic. Asphalt driveways are more affordable, and projects can be completed much faster than concrete, significantly reducing your downtime. So let the experts at Affordable Asphalt do the heavy lifting for you. A family-owned business for over 17 years, providing the area with honest quality work at affordable prices. If you or your business could be in need of new or repair, call Affordable Asphalt today or visit their website, affordableasphaltllc.com.
You will like it here. Beautiful Cherokee County, Iowa, nestled in the Little Sioux River Valley in the heart of Northwest Iowa. People care and support each other and work together to help our communities, business, industrial, medical, educational, and agricultural opportunities thrive. Each season offers recreational activities, historical events, and cultural entertainment, making living here enjoyable. Come stay or play. Go to www.cherokeeia.com now.
Welcome back here at Glenwood High School here on the KMA Extreme here at KMAland.com as we are about to get underway here for this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal here between Glenwood in the white and the black trim and Bishop Heelan in the blue with the gold trim, and the Rams will win the opening tip. Johnson will bring it across the timing line for the opening offensive possession here for the Rams. Johnson now driving towards the right, blocked up, contested shot doesn't go. Rebound eventually secured there by Pierce Conley for the Crusaders.
Yeah, man-to-man defense for the Crusaders to start with. And right away they went to Jack Johnson. They got a good start to the Rams on Monday night, put a lot of points up early on Harlan. I think he can get that first start again.
There's Grant Whitcomb powering up to the cup there and can't quite finish. Rebound taken there by Johnson.
Got a veteran crew tonight, Sean Peterson, Mark Royer. So they'll let the guys decide the outcome of the game, that's for sure.
Now here's Drew Schroeder working towards that left block and powering through a defender. Also a little off the mark there. Noah Conley with the rebound. He'll get it picked from behind there for a moment by Schroeder. Tips it out of play. It's 11 inbound coming here for the Crusaders on this near sideline.
Both teams recognize the importance of a really good start. And, Glenwood got out to that great start. They're up like 18-6 early on Harlan. And the Heelan Crusaders love just to kind of get going early.
Here's Whitcomb, kicks it back out from under the basket. Now right wing handling it here is Pierce Conley. Cross-court pass. They're over to Kason Thomas, spinning to his left to that left block and gets it taken away. The steal there by Aiden Gibson.
Gibson had about 5 or 6 blocks on Monday night, so he's really good about deflecting and interfering with shots.
Johnson gives it off now here to Schroeder. They push it now over to Collins. Steele pulls the trigger, and that one's off the mark. Rebound offensively gained there by Stout on the putback. That one also off the mark, and nearly another offensive rebound there as it got thrown in there by Johnson. Now here come the Crusaders on offense. Noah Conley with it here, working into the paint here, and lost the handle for a moment, trying to feed it off, and they keep it alive. They kick it out left wing. A tray buried there by Grant Whitcomb.
Nice ball, good patience right there, and Crusaders strike first here in this opening quarter.
The clear lead here with 6:15 to play here in this first quarter. Jack Johnson now, they push it over to the corner here. With Schroeder now back here to Johnson. Schroeder now with it here, working into the lane here. They'll kick it out now here to Steele. Top of the key, hand it off here to Stout. Kick out to the left corner. Schroeder driving baseline to the basket and lays it in.
Yeah, nice job by Schroeder. Nobody come over. I think Kason Thomas was going to slide out, but he had to stay close to Aiden Gibson and let Schroeder get all the way to the basket.
Now they feed it down low here, working inside. There was Mason Thomas. He lost the ball, trickled out there and scooped up there by Pierce Conley, staying alive here offensively for the Crusaders. Come here with it on the right wing. Back to Thomas here on this near side here. Now right corner, Pierce Conley lets it fly and buries it.
That's a nice job. Good patience again by the Crusaders, not trying to force the ball, and a couple threes here right away early.
6-2 advantage here as we get just shy of 5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Here's Johnson over to Schroeder, right wing, working inside here. And a tough contested shot doesn't get the friendly roll. Rebound taken there by Noah Conley across the timing now. Here's Conley driving inside, spinning to his right. Nice move, but can't finish at the basket. Offensive rebound, though, taken by Thomas. The Conley left corner too strong. Another offensive rebound. Now losing the handle. There is Pierce Conley. And now Schroeder had it for a moment, then got fouled. As there was a scramble for it on the floor.
A couple balls, loose balls right there. The Rams able to kind of knock it down on the floor. Come away with the first foul of the night there. So pretty physical game here so far in this first 4 minutes here in this first quarter.
So they've been letting them play for the most part so far here through the first 3.5 minutes or so. Johnson once more will bring it up the floor. Schroeder, now here's Stout with it, top of the key. They try to feed it down low. Here's Aiden Gibson trying to go to work, has to kick it back out to Schroeder at the point. And now we'll get a foul away from the ball here. And they'll get that one there on Casey Scott for Bishop.
Yeah, Casey Scott's physical. He's going to, he's got some length too. He's going to go about 6'2", 6'3". He's going to be able to kind of body up on Aiden Gibson. So see how Aiden's going to see if he can get on the outside, maybe take the ball and put it on the floor.
Now Johnson pulls the trigger on the trail. Too strong rebound. Climbing the ladder there is Thomas. Outlet it to Conley. Now Whitcomb here will bring it across the timing line here for Bishop Heelan here. The near side is Abe Scott. Had to pick up his dribble here. Gets it to Scott Thomas now at the left elbow. Back out to Whitcomb. Whitcomb now here at the free throw line. Gets it poked away there by Johnson now. Racing back for it here and picking it up is Noah Conley. And he'll bring it back up there now. Shorter trying to go on from behind there. And
it's a nice smart play by Conley right there to shield his body. He knew Schroeder was coming up trying for that backside steal. And he just kind of blocked him into the body right there. So first foul on the Rams here.
Well, Ivan Drager will check in now here for Bishop Heelan. Replaces Pierce Conley on the floor. Whitcomb now will reset things offensively here for the Crusaders. Hands it off to Conley. Over to Scott now. Here comes Aiden Gibson with the steal in transition. Little step through the paint and lays it in.
Nice job by Gibson. Timed that pass beautifully, and he gets on the board first. His first basket here midway through this first quarter.
Give him a block and a steal now in the bucket here early in this first quarter. Now a steal down low in the lane there by Jack Johnson. Here come the Rams in transition. Johnson working towards the baseline. Contested shot doesn't go. Now some contact. They're going for the rebound, and it goes out off of Bishop Heelan. We'll see Alana McGoldrick check in here for Glenwood, along with Caden Crouch.
Xavier Bowmaker, number 25 as well. And Coach Schulte knows this game is going to be physical, a lot of energy expended on defense, so you want to make sure you keep people fresh.
Get into Bowmaker in the corner. Now Gibson puts up the tray, rattles around and out. The rebound taken there by the 6'6" Von Drager.
Yeah, nice box, 6'6". So again, Crusaders do have a couple guys, so 6'5", 6'6".
Offensively here, Thomas with it on the left wing, over to Whitcomb there in the corner. He has a little room driving baseline going up against Gibson, and he's able to finish.
Nice job right there, as you mentioned, by Whitcomb. Took on Gibson, and Gibson a little bit late thought he might be able to get the block, but the shot got up in the glass.
Johnson back with it here. Bowmaker now will get a travel called there against Xavier Bowmaker, so a turnover here for Glenwood.
And I think Glenwood would like to put a little extra pressure, spread this floor, but with the speed and athletic ability of the Crusaders, you hate to give some open court looks and let them have some run-out layups.
2:30 left to play now here in the first quarter. A 4-point lead here for Bishop Heelan. They have it now offensively. There's James Arlt here on the left wing with it. Arlt now working inside. The Whitcomb left corner lets it fly and buries it. He's got 2 now here in this first quarter. He's got 8 points.
Well, if they can get some perimeter shots to fall, it's going to bode well for the Crusaders because they can pound the ball inside as well.
Gibson to Johnson here, top of the key. Now over to McGoldrick here on this near side. Gives it back to Bowmaker. They push it here to Crouch, left corner. Back to the top of the key now here with McGoldrick to Johnson. 12 to shoot here for the Rams. Bowmaker puts up the long 2. That one's short. Rebound taken there by Whitcomb, and he'll bring it up.
Yeah,
offensively.
The Rams look a little out of sync right here early offensively, and part of it's due to, I think, maybe just the good switching defense of the man-to-man by Bishop Heelan.
Crusaders have the last 5. Now here's Whitcomb. Hands it off here to Von Draker. Now they feed it to Thomas, working left block and rejected, swatted away there by Gibson. Goes out of play. It'll be a Heelan inbound left side of the basket.
Again, Gibson really good at just timing. He's got that long wingspan anyway, Ethan, and he's just got a knack for timing. He'll let you get the ball down low below him, and he'll just swat it away.
Now Landon Block is checked in for the Crusaders here. They get it to Von Drager, left wing. Now the right wing, here's Noah Conley. Conley driving in mid-range and rattles off the top of the backboard. Bowmaker there for the board.
It's a crucial point. Glenwood just needs to get a little bit of momentum and get some success here offensively here as we're about ready to close out this first quarter.
Down to a minute left to play in the first here. Schroeder driving hard to the rim, can't finish. And the rebound taken out here by Noah Conley. Now here, coming up quickly in transition. 3, bang! Noah Conley.
Coach Schulte wanted a timeout, but I think he's going to let it go. And that's a big basket and a transition 3 right there.
Makes it a 10-point ball game now here for Bishop Heelan. They've got the last 8 now. Here's Schroeder, top of the key for the Rams. Working towards that right elbow, trying to feed it inside the Bowmaker. Got poked away and goes out of play off of the Crusaders. So it'll stick here in the Rams side of the court.
A little difference on the shot clock. 31 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. So Bishop Heelan potentially could get the ball for the last shot of the quarter.
Schroeder will be the one to inbound here in that far corner on the baseline. They'll get into the Gibson in the corner. Lets it fly from the corner off the mark. Schroeder there chases down the offensive board. So now no shot clock here, but Bowmaker puts up the 3. That one's also off the mark, and Bishop Heelan will let it go out of play. So
yeah, that might have been a little quick on that. They had to reset on the shot clock, and you get 20 seconds on that, and I thought they might work that around. We saw Gibson really hit some big 3s there against Harlan in the first quarter, step out, and tonight just a little short. And again, probably credited to a lot of the just good ball pressure and hands up in the face by the Crusaders.
Now 13 to play here in the first. Left wing handling it here is Block. Now to Noah Conley here, top of the key. 6 to shoot. Conley, long 2, rattles around and out, and Gibson will get the rebound here for the Rams. And they'll push it up. A prayer there heaved at the buzzer there by McGoldrick is well off the mark. So 14-4, Bishop Heelan. They hit 4 threes there in that first quarter to build a 10-point lead. We'll step aside, have the second quarter coming up after this here on the KMA Extreme.
You will like it here. Beautiful Cherokee County, Iowa, nestled in the Little Sioux River Valley in the heart of Northwest Iowa. People care and support each other and work together to help our communities. Business, industrial, medical, educational, and agricultural opportunities thrive. Each season offers recreational activities, historical events, and cultural entertainment, making living here enjoyable. Come stay or play. Go to www.cherokeeia.com now.
Glenwood State Bank, serving Glenwood since 1899. For 125 years, we have strived to be more than just a bank. We are your neighbors and your friends. Along with Frontier Savings Bank in Council Bluffs and First State Bank in Tabor, we are dedicated to making a difference where it matters most, right here in the heart of our communities. Like the Glenwood Rams, it takes a total team effort to be successful. Glenwood State Bank, your trusted community partner.
Go Rams!
Welcome back here at Glenwood High School. KMA Extreme, KMAland.com. Second quarter of this sub-state semifinal here. Getting underway now. The Crusaders will start with an offensively a 14-4 lead. As we start the second frame, they ended that quarter on an 8-0 run. Now Noah Conley, top of the key. Trey Rounders around and out. Rebound got tipped up for a moment. Secured offensively. Kick out to the top of the key. A second opportunity. Trey took a high bounce, rattled around and out.
Yeah, he didn't know how that was going to fall in, but it's a little bit break for the Rams. They got to see if they can get a stop and a score here.
Here's Johnson, right elbow, gets rolled up here now to Stout. Off to Steele now, who reset things offensively. Schroeder in the corner, driving inside, puts up a long 2. And the rebound offensively secured by Stout. Now trying to power up with a left, blocking off the window and in.
A nice job by Cole to get that offensive glass, and a much-needed basket by Glenwood there as they only come up with 4 points in that first quarter. Got to find a way, like I said, get stops and some scores, chip away.
And now here is Abe Scott, left wing here for Bishop Heelan. They push it across the court here to the right corner. Here's Whitcomb. He had 2 threes in that first quarter. They feed it to Thomas. Down low, kick it back out. Now here is Noah Conley. Kick it out to the left corner. Scott the tray, too strong.
That's what you got to hope at Glenwood. They're going to get some looks. If they just miss them, you got to make sure you secure the defensive rebound.
Gibson done that the last 2 possessions now. Here's Schroeder, top of the key. Off to Steele now. Looking to go towards this near side. Get it to Schroeder, spinning to his left to Gibson. Short left corner here, back to the basket. Powering through Thomas here. Gibson can't quite get the finish. And rebounded there by Pierce Conley. Up court quickly now. Here comes Scott towards the short left corner. And an offensive foul will be called there against Scott. I think that was Steele there who took the charge on that one.
A little bit of contact, a little bit of a sell right there. You kind of emphasize that little contact a little bit, but the official thought that it might have been enough to warn it. Again, so it ends up kind of being a turnover for Bishop Heelan here. They've yet to score here in this first minute and a half of the second quarter.
So now Johnson now back across half court here for Glenwood. To Schroeder, right wing, guarded loosely here by Von Drager, who's checked in now over to Steele, left wing. They get it to Gibson on that left block here, and he got his pocket pick there by Abe Scott. Here comes Scott trying to go coast to coast off the window.
Nice job, yeah, good double down right there, and they get the steal and the run-out layup.
Back to a 10-point ball game now. Stout working quickly here in the lane, draws the foul and one.
Wow, Cole Stout got the last boy. He's got 4 points, the only 4 points so far here in the second quarter, and they've all been, him attacking the rim.
Chance to cut this back down here to a 7-point game at the end one here. Now James Arnold will check in here for the Crusaders. This is Whitcomb.
It's got the feel of one of those games where, Ethan, points are going to be hard to come by, and so you got to maximize every chance you get a chance to get the ball around the basket and score, including free throws.
Say too strong there on the end one attempt there from Stout. Thomas got the board. Now here's Von Drager with it. Looking towards the left elbow. Noah Conley now to the left corner. Here's Arnold driving inside. Kick it out to the right corner. Scott the tray. Buries it.
Again, they've got 3-4 shooters right now, and they're so hard to cover, and they start making shots. It really expends that defense.
5 from beyond the arc now in the first half here for the Crusaders as we hit 5:20 to play here in the second quarter, a 19-8 advantage. Now Johnson, the point for the Rams, over to Steele left wing. They feed it to Gibson, working on that left block, and the pass went right into the gut there of Von Drager, into the hands of Thomas. Now back here come the Crusaders. Conley working inside, out to Arnold, right wing, pump fake, has some room, little floater, too short, and the rebound taken there by Steele.
Yeah, he just pulled back. I think he thought Aiden Gibson might come out and get a hand up, but he didn't. He just pulled back on that.
Johnson in the lane here has to pick up his dribble, and pulls up the jumper and drills it.
Guys, nobody open. Jack said, I got to do something. I'm in the lane. I'll take the shot, and it went in. He said he had a big night there Monday night.
And 3 now on the night here is Conley working inside, going to the right block immediately. He'll be fouled. And Noah Conley will have 2 shots.
That's the second on Drew Schroeder, and Schroeder's probably one of the guys quick enough to stay with Conley. So Coach Schulte's got to decide, you don't want Drew to pick up too many because you need him on the floor for different things. And so he might have to kind of rotate some people on Noah Conley. Again, Conley, we mentioned Monday night against Sergeant Bluff, put up 31. So he's the guy that's going to have the ball and be the one that's probably going to pull the trigger most times attacking the basket.
It's the first free throw there, 69% free throw shooter on the season here. Chance to make an 11-point game, looking for the biggest lead of the night here for the Crusaders. Rings in and out. Offensive rebound, though, taken by Von Drager.
That's just 6'6", being 6'6". Gibson got kind of pushed underneath a little bit, and Drager, so they get the basket, too, and the biggest lead of the night now, Bishop Heelan.
4:20 left here in the first half. Johnson over to Gibson, the left corner to Steele here. He'll dribble it back out now. Gives it off to Johnson, still here at the top of the key. Now McGoldrick taking it to the basket there, and will be fouled with an and one coming.
Heelan, nice turn to corner. Defender a little bit late right there. I think that might have been number 30. Von Drager a little bit late coming over.
And that'll be his first foul.
But it's the and one that you want right there.
And I think we have brief stoppage here. Might have a little cut there on Steele.
Yeah, a little scrapers right there, so a little bit of blood. They'll have to get that cleaned up and they'll reset. So again, a chance for kind of Glenwood to kind of get an extra point here on the free throw line. You get that and one. Again, one of the differences tonight is Aiden Gibson usually is able to kind of back people down. He's not going to be able to do that against the pretty stout Kason Thomas and move him off his spot. And Thomas is long enough that he can get up and kind of challenge some shots. But so, you might want to move maybe Aiden Gibson out to the front, top of the key area, and let him have a little bit more space to work up there and make Kason Thomas then have to come out, and Gibson then can use his quickness and kind of get around him.
On the Goldrick, the end one off the back iron. Rebounded there by Scott. We'll outlet it here to Noah Conley, who will bring it across the timing line as we hit 4 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Scott now to block top of the key. They work it to our left wing. Von Drager puts up the three. That one's off the mark. And offensive rebound chased down by Scott in the near corner. Scott working in the lane here. Kicks it out to Arlt. Now Scott will reset it here over to Noah Conley. Conley, left elbow over to Arlt. Little pump fake now driving inside. And his pass, he was looking there for Conley, and he tried to keep it alive, had to throw it back.
Oh, nice
Johnson
hand.
Gets his pocket pick
and a
behind.
new shot clock, too, because it changed possession. So
Arlt
all that will start it all over.
Makes up for the year-end pass there, gets the steal, and now back here offensively.
Yeah.
Now we'll have the travel there against Von Drager.
Yeah, he had a mismatch with Dylan McGoldrick on him, but he tried to get those feet moving before he put the ball down. And this is a Rams team that you mentioned is averaging 60-some points a game, and they've been held to 12 here with just 3 minutes left in this first half. So
the basket's been a little cold for him at times tonight. Also, this Heelan defense is
they're
slowing them down.
They rotate well. They jump out. They're athletic enough, and like I said, Glenwood will just have to make sure you just pick your moments and make sure when you get good looks, take care of them.
Now Johnson on the right wing here. Steele lost the handle for a moment, but he regains it here near the center circle. Now we'll have a foul here away from the ball. And there'll be an inbound, I do believe, coming here for Glenwood, so it'll be against Bishop Heelan. And we'll get that one against Landon Block.
That's the fourth team foul, so the next one will put the Rams in the bonus for this remaining 3 minutes of the first half, which is big because, Ethan, you can get a chance to score with nobody guarding you and the clock stopped.
So with just one team foul for Glenwood so far this quarter. Gets in a little trouble there, trying to throw it away, goes right into the hands of Noah Conley. Now here's Conley stepping through, a little circus shot, doesn't go.
Nice follow by Van Drager. They just find a way to follow shots right now and back up to the biggest lead of the ball game so far.
Carson McInerney checking in for the first time tonight. He's down low there for the Crusaders, got that putback. Now here's Stout trying to power through, and they'll get the blocking foul there against James Arlt.
Yeah, I thought Arlt had a really good position. I think Cole Stout kind of initiated that contact and one of those 50-50 calls, and it went the way of the Rams, which they desperately need some of those right now as they find themselves down by 12.
So it will be 2 free throws coming now here for Cole Stout from the line. He's got 4 points tonight so far. First free throw. Nails that one.
So the freshman Evan Stanislav going to check in for Colin Steele. Stanislav, a lefty, shoots the ball real well from the perimeter, so it might be that spark a little bit that might free up some options on the perimeter.
Fresh legs off the bench here for the Rams. The second one from Stout is good as well. Back to a 10-point game. 6 points for Stout. Now the Rams trying to show a little full court pressure. Haven't shown it tonight so far. Now they do get it up past here's Noah Conley. Behind the defense.
That's the danger right there. Too quick a pass, and that's when Coach Schulte probably didn't want to get into, was having to press, because Heelan's really good at breaking presses.
Now here's Johnson, Stout top of the key. And he'll pull up the long two, too strong. And Noah Conley flies in for the board.
And there's no white shirts anywhere near the offensive glass for the Rams.
Now here's our left corner of Trey. He knew that one was off the mark. He came running at the basket immediately, and Gibson there for the defensive rebound. Up quickly now here's McCormick driving into the lane, some contact, no foul called, and blocked there to scoop up the loose ball.
I like what McGoldrick did, taking it to the hoop, but I think he was expecting more contact, and kind of took his eye off the basket.
Here's Noah Conley driving in. He'll get fouled, just the second team foul here on Glenwood.
Jack Johnson on that one. Caden Crouch, number 10, checking in the lineup for the Rams. A little bit quicker and give Cole Stout a break. He's the guy that right now is the leading scorer for Glenwood.
He's got 6 points so far, 6 of the 14 for the Rams here in this first half. A minute 45 left in the second. Marina here to block his pass down low. Gibson got a paw on the way of that one.
That long wingspan. It looks open until Aiden sticks his arm out there.
Here's Johnson with a left wing here for the Rams. To the left corner. A tray there is off the mark there for McGoldrick. Rebound taken again here by Noah Conley in transition. Here come the Crusaders. Conley over to our left wing. Gives it Whitcomb now. Whitcomb driving inside, trying to step through a little pump fake. Gets the contact he wanted there.
That's the freshman, Evan Stanislav, the freshman, and had a matchup they liked, and he got him up in the air, and free throws coming up. And again, Glenwood just finding tough sledding against this really stout Crusaders defense.
Now Grant Whitcomb a chance to extend this lead. Hits the first one, and he can get to double figures here if he hits both. Here's Conley now in here as well for the Crusaders. Whitcomb gets set for the second from the charity stripe. And he'll hit them both. 28-14 lead here for Bishop Heelan. We'll have a timeout taken here, a full 60-second timeout here by Glenwood. We'll step aside here real quick. We're back here on KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.
Best Finish Auto Sales and Services, Glenwood, Iowa. Visit them online at bestfinishglenwood.com to see a full inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Best Finish Auto Sales LLC is proud of the quality used cars they sell and their dedication to serve the needs of their customers. And we have a full-service body shop and service center to serve all of your vehicle needs. You can count on the dedicated sales staff at Best Finish Auto Sales to help you. Visit us today in Glenwood or online at bestfinishglenwood.com.
A-Strope Insurance Services has been serving the residents of Mills County since 1946. A-Strope agents take the time to listen, understand, and customize an insurance plan with you to cover all your needs. As an independent insurance agency, you can feel comfortable knowing you got the best rates. From protecting your passions to securing your future, A-Strope has you covered. Choose A-Strope Insurance Services, where tailor-made protection meets peace of mind.
And a 14 to go here in this first half. A 28-14 lead here for Bishop Heelan over Glenwood, and the Rams will have it coming out of the timeout.
Now, this is a really important point here in this last minute. They've got to find some traction, get some offensive flow.
Gibson working the left block here against block, and this time he'll get the finish.
Well, and Kason Thomas not in there, so Gibson had an opportunity to kind of push in a little bit. He gets that much-needed basket.
Leading scorer for the Rams this season has 4 points now here in this first half. There's Noah Conley, right wing, working against Johnson, and Johnson will get a little reach around there. It's called for the foul.
It's on the floor. The only one advantage, it'll be a restart. And Heelan, they're pretty content, Ethan, to take quite a bit of time off the shot clock. And, Rams will get the ball, barring there's not a jump ball to start the second half. So Heelan might elect to run a little clock down here, unless they get a shot they really want like that.
Whitcomb top of the key, and he buries it.
So why not, right?
He's got 3 of those here in this first half and 13 points.
Big lead up to 15 now.
31-16 as we get down to 30 seconds to go here in this first half. About 3.5 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock here for the Rams. There's McGoldrick working into the lane, kicking out here now to Stanislav. Now to Gibson on the left block here against block off the window. He will get fouled and head of the line here for a couple.
Yeah, and they're making him work for everything. And in fact, their whole Glenwood team is having to work to get open shots. And the ball's not moving crispy on the perimeter right now. The ball's, they're not skipping it across. And so, I said it's tough sledding. And that probably explains why they've got, 17 points at this point of the ball game.
Gibson there hits the first, and now McGregor will check in here for Heelan. Places block.
Probably a good bet that the Heelan Crusaders will hold for the last shot here.
Second free throw is good.
Bowmaker checks in for Stanislav. So again, 16 seconds on the game clock, and Crusaders would love that worst case scenario, go up 13 at halftime here. Best, well, we've seen guys hit threes, so who knows what'll happen.
Whitcomb here will bring it across the timing line here. They'll clear it out on the left forecourt. Pass a little higher there for McInerney, but now they get it to Noah Conley. 6 to shoot. Conley step back three, rattles out. Gibson there for the rebound, and his pass though will get tipped there, so that'll be how the first half comes to an end. A 31-18 lead here for Bishop Heelan at the halftime break over Glenwood. We'll step aside here real quick for about 60 seconds or so, and we will be back here on the KMAX stream with some halftime thoughts after this.
At Up Off Outdoor Power, it's all about the selection, the top brands, the experts to help, and the service to keep you moving. Find everything you need for the outdoors. New Skag and Toro zero-turn mowers, Echo handheld equipment, along with a huge selection of parts, accessories, and used equipment. Trade-ins are welcomed. Just minutes from the metro, we'll make it worth your trip. Get up off your seat and get more done with Up Off Outdoor Power, Southwest Iowa's outdoor power equipment headquarters, 1 mile south of Highway 34 in Glenwood.
At your local Russ's Market store, freshness is our top priority. We're committed to bringing you the freshest fruits and vegetables every single day. We are also proud to offer USDA choice beef. Get all your groceries with great deals in every aisle. Save more when you get our weekly specials online at russmarket.com today. Stop in for high quality and low prices at Russ's Market, because quality matters.
Welcome back here to Glenwood High School here on the KMAX stream here at KMAland.com. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you as we have hit halftime here of this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal here tonight. A 31-18 lead here for Bishop Heelan over the Rams here in this one. And Brian, Bishop Heelan just a little bit about probably almost as good a first half as you could get there if you're a Bishop Heelan for the most part. They hit, I'm just going to try and rack him up here real quick. Ray Whitcomb hit 3 threes there in that first half, 13 points for him on the night. Also, 6 from beyond the arc there in that first half altogether. As a team for the Crusaders, then defensively, they have also really suffocated this Rams offense for the most part.
Yeah, lockdown defense. They're so good at switching and getting out and jumping, and they just kind of really disrupt your offense. And, you know, they're content to take their time, but they got guys that can go shoot in transitions. We saw them. You know, they've spread the floor, and they're getting some of those shots to fall when Glenwood, you know, has to collapse in to pretend somebody go in the hoop. You got Gibson there, but, you know, they've kicked out, and they've got guys hitting shots, and they've really controlled, I think, the defensive boards. That was one thing Glenwood did really well Monday night against Harlan. They kept giving themselves 2 and 3 chances, you know, get putbacks and get the ball in the hands of some guys in the basket. And we're just not getting those tonight. And so, you know, Coach Schulte and staff got to go in and say, look, we got to be more confident, aggressive, attacking the basket and taking some chances. If we get the ball in, kick out, and then it's going to come down to the guys who have to hit some shots.
Well, we mentioned Whitcomb there. He's got a game-high 13 points there for Bishop Heelan here in this one so far. Abe Scott has also got 5 for Bishop Heelan. Noah Conley with 4 points along with 5 rebounds so far tonight. Pierce Conley is also connected from deep for the Crusaders. I mentioned Aiden Gibson. He's really kind of been, him and Cole Stout have been the offense so far for Glenwood. The limited offense that they've had, both of them have 6 points tonight so far. But Aiden Gibson also defensively, he's knocked off a couple blocks, a couple of steals. We'll be interested to see how they try to maybe to get him a little bit more involved there in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to find ways to get creative. And really what it comes down to, when you're playing a really good defensive team, Ethan, you got to move without the basketball. You have to constantly motion, make guys step out, switch, change directions. And then when you get the ball where you want it, he got a couple times there where he got a low block. He had the mismatch. Kaysen Thomas was not on him. He could power in and use his length to get to the basket. You know, when that happens, he's got to take advantage of it. But again, hats off to the Bishop Heelan Crusaders, because they come in and just really showed you why, you know, they were able to win some games this year. And again, that record, that 10-12 record, you're going to look at this and think, well, the 19-14 Glenwood should win this pretty easy based on the record. But they play in the Missouri Rivers Conference up there, and it's a battle. And a lot of their losses, it's kind of a hidden, you know, it's a hidden record, because the 10 wins are in 12 losses are really a lot of 5A squads, or 4A squads, I should say, and boys. So they're battle tested, and, you know, they're ready to go. And then they got guys that are physical and quick, and, you know, really it's going to come down to Ethan. Glenwood's look at this game as next chunks. Let's win the next 4 minutes.
Yep.
Let's get to the third quarter, into the third quarter. Let's be within single digits, and just make this a 7-8 point game. Hey, as we saw, anything can happen when you get to fourth quarter.
Absolutely. 14-4, the lead was for Bishop Heelan after the first quarter, and then it got it up to as much as 14-point lead at one point, but the Glenwood there, they get 4 of the last 6 points that are closing back to a 13-point game here at halftime. But we'll step aside here for the rest of halftime here, and we will have the second half here of this Class 3A Substate semifinal coming up after this here on the KMAX stream here at KMAland.com.
Ida Grove Homes has been in business here since 1992. We sell modular and manufactured homes. We work with 2 different companies, Schultz and North Star System Built. You can customize what we have, or you can even bring in a plan of your own and they can modify it to make it work for you. But a walkthrough is really the best way to see what these homes are like. Currently we have 7 homes here, 3 North Star, 4 Schultz.
Check out your new dream home at Ida Grove Homes and online at idagrovehomes.com.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IFRS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame, not just embroidery.
All the speed to fit your needs with WindSpeed Fiber Internet. Enjoy blazing fast, reliable internet. You'll receive the speed you're paying for and never have to worry about data caps or buffering. Right now, save $10 off a month. 100 megabits per second for just $59.99. 500 megabits per second for $89.99. And 1 gigabit per second for only $139.99 per month. Complete with the best customer experience and local technicians to keep you up and running. WindSpeed Fiber from Western Iowa Networks. Click to sign up today. From home, you need internet you can count on. With WindSpeed Fiber Internet from Western Iowa Networks, you'll enjoy blazing fast speeds and rock-solid reliability so you can focus on what matters most. Zoom meetings, crystal clear. Big downloads, lightning quick. And with our local support team just a call away, help is always nearby when you need it. Choose WindSpeed Fiber Internet, built for work, life, and everything in between. Visit westinet.com or call today and experience the WindSpeed difference. Western Iowa Networks, your connection to what matters.
Welcome back here, Glenwood High School here on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com. Here, Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertina here with you as we get set for the second half of this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal here tonight between the Glenwood Rams and the Bishop Heelan Crusaders. And Bishop Heelan, 31-18 lead here as these two get set here for this third quarter. And Brian, will be probably a pretty pivotal here. We just mentioned before coming on here again, going to be a pretty big 3 or 4 minutes here to start this third quarter.
Yeah, you'd always say it, but it's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason because it really matters. Is these next 3 minutes for both squads. If you're Heelan, you want to maintain this lead or even add to it to get closer to that fourth quarter. If you're up 14-15 going to fourth quarter, you can really kind of control tempo. Glenwood, if you can chip away and get this down to like 6 or 7 going the fourth quarter, anything can happen. And really it's going to come down to Coach Schulte just telling his guys, look, be confident, be aggressive. Let's take the ball to the basket. Then that might free up some perimeter shots. And, of course, Heelan, they've hit some perimeter shots. If they start missing a little bit, Glenwood, you got to secure the rebounds, and it's in. It'll just be one of those things where we'll see how this game ebbs and flows and kind of adjustments teams make.
Absolutely. Again, the winner of this one here tonight will take on the winner of MOC Floyd Valley Sioux Center in a sub-state final on Monday. And the Rams will start with it offensively here out of the halftime break. Johnson will bring it up here for the Rams, left wing. Getting Gibson there. Now they get it to Stout here near the top of the key. Here's Stout working inside, power to the basket. Good defense there. Rejected there by Abe Scott. He'll be go out of play. But an inbound here right side of the basket.
Well, Stout was the one guy that actually had some success taking the ball in the basket,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not a the ball went out of bounds. Nobody gained possession, so It should be not a restart of the shot clock. So
they'll get it back down there to
21.
Steele floated in here to Gibson. To Stout now on the left wing. Pulls the trigger on the tray. That one off the mark. And a good box out and a rebound there by Pierce Conley.
He can hit those. He had 3 of them, I think, Monday night against Harlan. So he's a guy that if you give him a space, he's capable of shooting the 3.
Whitcomb will hand it off. Noah Conley. They'll push it over to the near side. Abe Scott now, top of the key. Thomas, a tray, rings in and out. And Stout is there for the board.
Maybe not the shot that Coach Hahn wanted in that possession of him, but...
now in transition, Johnson power to the rim and lays
Well, that's a good start. Jack got the game going with the first couple points for the Rams as well. So he's a guy, like I said, if he can attack the basket, he should get some good looks.
4 points for him now, driving inside and falling down there was Pierce Conley. Draws the foul. And he'll have 2 free throws coming up now. Here
they're going to say it's on the floor. Nope, they're going to give him 2. You're right. Yeah, it was kind of awkward. It looked like he kind of lost his balance, but the defender did bump him and didn't help him.
And he kind of got the hand going up there with the ball, so ends up going to the charity stripe with 7:01 left here in the third. Looking for the first points here for Bishop Heelan in the second half.
There's those hidden points. If you're the Crusaders, you get a chance to add points, clock stop, free throws, match. You're content if you can get through this quarter, Ethan, and just match points with Glenwood. You're going to end up, like I said, with a 13-point lead. If there's a miss, so a chance now Glenwood to get under double figures here on this with a 3.
Here comes Johnson once more. Pulls up a long 2, too strong. And a race for the rebound in the far corner, and it'll go out of play there off of Bishop Heelan there as Pierce Conley dove for it. So now Schroeder will be the one to inbound it here in that far corner. Quickly on the inbound steal, pulls the trigger and he buries it.
Well, he needs to get some shots right there. So Glenwood now, first time under double figures for quite a while here.
Back to a 9-point ball game, 32-23. Here's Scott on the left wing, cross-court pass. Old Whitcomb trying to answer, and that one's short. Rebound taken there by Johnson.
I remember this Heelan team had a 15-point lead on Sergeant Bluff, and it ended up falling behind all the way.
And Johnson will get called for the travel there as he was kind of falling backwards, tried to spin around, took up too many steps.
Sure, there's a collective, thought and process going on that we don't want to see a repeat of that against a team that's potent offensively like Glenwood.
Now Whitcomb across the timing line here for Bishop Heelan. Over to Thomas, right elbow. They'll give it off. Noah Conley on trying to do a little pick and roll there. Ball got away. Now Gibson gets the poke into the hands of Steele. Johnson left wing, gives it to Gibson, lets it fly, drills it.
There's what you're right there, Glenwood. Again, he's away from the basket, nobody guarding him, and just like that, down to 6.
6 unanswered now here for Glenwood. Courtesy of a couple of threes. Thomas out to Conley, left corner, Trey, and he answers.
You can see that coming. That's a great answer right there. He's got such a smooth stroke, and you can see why he can put up 31 on any night.
35-26 now, 9-point advantage now for Bishop Heelan. Here's Gibson. Left forecourt here working towards center court now, and we'll get a foul here on Thomas, I do believe, there. As Johnson trying to set the screen.
He's the guy playing basketball in a football body, isn't he? He just kind of pushes his way through like a pass rush and says, I didn't hardly touch him. He's probably right, Ethan. Jack Johnson goes, well, it sure felt like it.
So he takes the foul there on that one. Now
he'll handle
it here. Goes it to Gibson, and now
that's Cole Stout with an offensive foul there. So, again, the officials making sure that this game stays relatively, as a basketball game and not a football game.
Right. Now here's Conley inbounded here off the sideline here. Gives it off to Whitcomb. He had 13 points there in that first half. Push it over to Scott. Now they give it to Thomas. Working left block against Gibson. Can't quite finish. Rebound taken by Steele. Now Rams in transition. Give it to Gibson. It's balled up now to Schroeder. He's going to take a shot driving under the basket here. Trying to kick it back out. Does to Steele. Pump fake nearly lost his footing. Now regains it to Schroeder. Schroeder into the lane. Little runner rattles around and out. And here's Conley there for the board.
Yeah, every shot, has been really challenged and contested.
Here's Scott driving to the rim.
A little hesitation and nobody weak side there. And Heelan responds quick and bumps the lead back up to 11.
He's got 7 now for Bishop Heelan. Here's Johnson left forecourt here for Glenwood now. 4:30 to play here in the third. Over to Steele, right corner, trying to get it to Gibson down low. They do a little fadeaway. A little too strong there. Thomas there for
Thomas, good seal and box off.
Here comes Noah Conley quickly in transition. His little runner in the lane, well short.
I think he got hit on the arm right there, but it was a tough angle for the official to see it.
Here's Johnson now pulling up a mid-range, rattles around and out, and the rebound got tipped around for a moment there before it's taken by Whitcomb.
Again, we played 4 minutes, and Glenwood's gained 2 points. Down 13, just down 11.
Now, here's Conley, gives it off Thomas. Here, top of the key to Whitcomb near side. Has a little room, taking it to the basket, and with the finger roll off the window. Now, 7-0 run here for Bishop Heelan prompts a Glenwood timeout here, a quick 30-second timeout here. We'll take it with them. 39-26, Bishop Heelan up over Glenwood. Back after this on the KMAX screen.
Your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big at AgriVision Equipment. During the month of February, get 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. It's the perfect time to stock up. Don't wait. This offer ends on 2/28/25. Stop by AgriVision Equipment or visit agrivisionequipment.com today.
3:42 left here in this third quarter of this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal. Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you. 39-26, Bishop Heelan up over Glenwood here in this one. They have gone on a 7-0 run now here to rebuild this 13-point lead.
Got it down to 6, 32-26. You're thinking there's a little bit of traction right now. Then, as you mentioned, a great response by the Crusaders. So now it's time for Glenwood, after that timeout by Coach Schulte, to respond.
Gibson here with it, left wing here guarded by Thomas. Working down to that left block, lost the handle, it's loose, he regains it and puts it into the basket.
The ball came right back to him, and of course he got in that deep, and Kason Thomas had got pushed to the side. Gibson able to get to the basket.
Him 11 now on the night here for Glenwood. Here's Noah Conley, right wing. And he tried to give a little pump fake there, he gets a little shuffle. Gets called for the travel.
He was moving fast, but the trouble was the feet were going faster than the body was. Turnover again, so now a chance, a stop and a score for Glenwood here, down 9.
Art Block and Von Drager into the ball game now here for Bishop Heelan. Johnson across the timing line here for the Rams. Left wing here, a little swipe there from Conley. Johnson holds on to it now. Johnson working towards that right block, kick out now here to McGordick here in the right corner. Looking back towards the free throw line here and trying to feed it down low, and Abe Scott gets in the way.
Good defense again by the Crusaders. They just challenge every pass and anticipate.
And And now here is Noah Conley. He'll push it over to Scott on that right wing there. Gets a screen from Block, and they'll get him on the roll. And he got blocked from behind there by Gibson.
Yeah, I think if he would have kept going, I don't think Gibson could have got it, but he slowed down and allowed Aiden to get that hand up and another block. So again, another opportunity here for Glenwood to get this chip away to this lead.
Down 11, they get it to Gibson on the left block here. Fadeaway jumper rattles around and out, but the offensive putback and one. There for Crouch.
Well, he timed it right. The ball just kind of hung up on Safa on the rim, and 9 points, and now a chance for Glenwood to get it to 8.
Closest to be here.
Well, they got 6, I guess, didn't they? It was.
That's true. They got down to 32-26 earlier in this quarter for that 7-0 burst from Bishop Heelan. The end one, they're off the mark from Crouch. Rebounded there by Scott.
So we've seen the Crusaders kind of find a way to answer. Still up by 9 here.
Now Noah Conley here. It's a screen here. Still on that right forecourt. Now Aiden Gibson steps in the lane. Early lost it. Now here comes Gibson on the fast break. Off the window and in.
Now this is not a good pass right there. And Gibson gets it out there. He's going to convert. He's up to 13 now.
He's stuffing the stat sheet here. Stuffing the stat sheet now here for Glenwood as they cut it back through the 7-point game. And now we'll get a foul there against Johnson defensively against Arlt. He was working toward the basket.
It might be the third on Johnson too.
And it is.
That's key because you need him to kind of be aggressive. It's going to prompt Coach Schulte to take him out. Third team foul on Glenwood. They found a way to get this back to 7. Looking for a stop and maybe, like I said, get this down to 5 or 6 to start the fourth quarter.
Floated into McInerney here. Now on the left elbow is blocked. Conley now top of the key. Guarded here by Crouch. Working in the lane. Conley powers up off the glass and in.
Good job by Conley again. And they seem to want, if they have a go-to guy, they need a shot. He's the one that's going to put the ball in his hands.
He's got 9 points now for Bishop Heelan. Here's Gibson working towards that left side, towards the corner against Block. Puts up a mid-ranger and drills it.
He gets to his spot. That's going to prompt Coach Hahn to bring back in Case and Thomas to match him up.
15 for Gibson. 41-34. Some energy back now in the building. Here's Bishop Heelan now offensively. Conley with it left wing. Pulls the trigger off the mark. And the rebound there taken by Schroeder. He'll bring it up across half court. He's trying to go all the way with it. Now he'll get woed up. Kicks it out. Now here's McGoldrick driving inside with the right hand with the finish.
Again, just good navigation. So much concern about the kick out to Gibson perhaps. Rams closest they've been.
So now 35 to play here in the third. About 6 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. A 5-point game. Here's Conley left wing with it here for the Crusaders. McInerney, they work it around to Arlt. Arlt to Block, 14 to shoot. Conley on the left wing. Guarded tightly here defensively by McGoldrick, and he will get called for the foul.
What that does now is guarantee the Crusaders to get the full 16, just the shot clock will reset, and they'll have the ball to start the fourth quarter. So you kind of go 2 for 1 right here, Ethan.
Here's Conley, Case, and Thomas, along with Grant Whitcomb back in the ballgame now for the Crusaders. And Whitcomb will inbound it here on this near sideline. And they'll get it into Pierce Conley. 15 to shoot. Whitcomb in the near forecourt. 10 to shoot. Whitcomb working towards the right wing. Now here's Arnold, top of the key. Conley, left wing, puts up the 3, and that one's well short. Offensive rebound, the putback goal will go there from Pierce Conley on the inbound. Glenwood doesn't get the shot off in time. 43-36. Bishop Heelan up over Glenwood as we head to the final quarter of this Class 3A Sun State semifinal. Step aside of the fourth quarter coming up here on the KMA Xtreme, KMAland.com.
Welcome to Whitetail Run, a new development near highly sought-after Glenwood, Iowa. Nestled in the breathtaking Les Hills, Whitetail Run offers private, pristine acreages that provide the perfect canvas for your dream home. Collaborate with our expert custom builder to create a home that suits your vision, or explore our move-in ready modern farmhouse, complete with luxury finishes, high-end appliances, and so much more. Start your journey today. Visit JimHughesRealEstate.com. Whitetail Run, where nature meets home.
The Glenwood Booster Club celebrates the success and hard work of our Glenwood Rams. Being a Glenwood booster means making a difference in the lives of our student athletes both today and into the future. Membership is available at all levels and goes directly to giving the Rams everything they need to succeed. The Glenwood Booster Club is proud to support the live stream and proud to support our Glenwood Rams. Contact us and follow us on Facebook to find out how you can join the Glenwood Booster Club. Go Rams!
Welcome back here at Glenwood High School here as we get set for the fourth quarter of this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal. Here, Ethan Hewitt, Brian Bertini here with you. A 43-36 ball game here in favor of the Crusaders here, and they will start with it offensively.
And Glenwood did what they needed to do, though. Ethan is cutting that 13-point deficit, got it down to 7.
Now pass here over to Arnold. Here's Whitcomb, top of the key, back to Arnold on this near side.
Glenwood now kind of more of a 1-2-2, trying to trap and get some angles.
Arnold left wing, lets it fly.
Wow, that's big right there. When some guys like that, you're not expecting with the Rams, and now the lead back up to double digits again.
8 from beyond the arc now for the Crusaders. First one from Arnold, his first points as well. Now Gibson in the near forecourt. It's a screen, trying to respond off the mark, and that'll go out off of Glenwood.
He goes off of Xavier Bowmaker, so Gibson thought he had a good look at a 3, and he's capable of hitting that, but a little off. And again, Coach Schulte, at this point, you might want to put some pressure, but you hate to spread this floor and let this Heelan team that can really, exploit a press pretty quickly and give up easy baskets.
Now we saw Glenwood go to a press briefly there late in that second half. Bishop Heelan quickly got a bucket. And Glenwood went back to their half-court defense. Now here is Noah Conley working towards the left, block, stepping through, rolls out. An offensive putback also off the mark from Thomas.
Coach Hahn would like Kaysen to come down. He tried to tip it up to the rim. If he would have come down with it, he probably could have had a chance to get it put back up.
Now Gibson with it here. Driving in, lost it for a moment, and it'll go out off of Bishop.
Now the shortest guy on the floor, number 3, James R. 5'9", was battling with the big guy out there, and he almost got to come up with the steal, didn't he?
He really did, but instead it'll be an inbound here. Left side of the basket now here for Glenwood.
Little word, I think one of the officials may even mention that one of the players might have said something, and good officiating right there by Mark Rohr to say, hey, just keep your emotions in check.
And actually, before we have any action here, now we're going to have Coach Hahn here for Bishop Heelan also having some words here with the officials here at half court. And the teams will head to their sidelines here. I think he wants a 30-second timeout. And he will.
And we're not quite sure if they were, talking about the possession or where it was or situation like this, but he wants 30 seconds. He wants to make sure he knows that Glenwood's got the capability to score points in bunches, and you don't want to give up an easy basket here and just go, clock is on the side of the Crusaders. We're 6:46 to go in the fourth quarter, and you've done some good things holding this really potent offensive Rams team to 36 points, but they're a team that can score 8-10 points in about 30 seconds, and your lead can evaporate in a hurry.
We'll have an inbound here for the Rams, left side of the basket. Schroeder on the inbound, trying to get it in here, and has to just float it in here to Stout, and he will rain it in. Now here's Stout driving inside all the way to the cup, and he finishes.
He got the angle on him right there, and Cole Stout got to the rim, and again, he's found a way to get some big baskets and keep his team within striking distance tonight.
8-point game now. Here's Whitcomb over to Arlt on the right wing. Gets a screen out to Thomas. Over to Whitcomb on this near side. Drager here now, top of the key. There's Noah Conley now. Thomas on Drager here. Right back to Arnold now, 10 to shoot here for the Crusaders. Arnold has to pick up the dribble. Devon Drager, they feed it to Thomas down low. 5 to shoot, fade away, mid-range. Misfire, rebound there by Stout.
That was a good shot by Thomas, good possession. They run it down, he just didn't get the roll. Good defense by Gibson.
Now here's Johnson quickly working inside, and he'll lay it in.
Well, they've gone one-on-one. They've gotten to the points. Ethan, where they're getting their points right now is in the paint.
Just like that, back to a 6-point game. A 4-0 burst here for Glenwood. Will the Crusaders respond? Here's Arlt on the right wing. Little pick and roll to Von Drager, working to the right block, rattles around.
Nice job by Von Drager, not getting too close to Gibson, who probably would have slotted it away. It's a big basket.
Johnson working inside again with the right hand, gets the friendly roll.
Well, the defense spread out right now, and the Rams are just taking it one-on-one right into the middle of the paint, and it's working.
He's got the last 4 for Glenwood now, right back to a 6-point game. 5:15 to play here in the ball game. Conley to Thomas, left wing. To Whitcomb on the near side. We'll give it to Von Traeger. The big man pulls up the 3 off the back iron.
He's capable of hitting them, but, Glenwood right now, they'll let him take that shot if he's going to come up empty.
Johnson tried to feed it down low there. And
nice
Conley
job by Conley. Yeah, he thought he could get that backdoor cut. And again, Coach Hahn now going to be content to work a little clock. You got a 6-point lead, but you can't play not to lose. You still got to keep playing to win if you're the Crusaders.
Now here's Thomas, left wing here for Bishop Heelan. Von Traeger, top of the key. He's going to try and pull up the long one again off the mark, but the offensive rebound and putback will roll.
That was a nice job by Case and Thomas that time. We're going to get a timeout, I think, by Heelan.
And believe it or not, that's the first bucket for Thomas on the night. Give him his first points here. Makes it an 8-point game here with 4:31 left here in this ball game. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him here back after this on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com. Welcome back here at Glenwood High School on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com. You can hear Brian Martini here with you as you get set for the final 4.5 minutes here of this Class 3A Sub-State semifinal here tonight. Winner of this one will take on the winner of MOC Floyd Valley and Sioux Center in a Sub-State final on Monday. And the Rams will have it out of the timeout here. A little life here, courtesy of Johnson, who brings it across the half court. Now he's up to 8 points, 6 of those here in this second half. The steal in the corner, back to Johnson, right wing. Here's Schroeder, top of the key. Towards the left side now, gives it off to Steele. He's going to pull up a long 2 and rattles out. Offensive rebound, though, by Johnson. The putback also off the mark. It's his own offensive rebound, and now he'll be fouled on the floor.
Yeah, Jack got inside the paint right there and got a second chance point, but it's going to be on the floor. Only the first foul of the quarter for both squads, even, which as physical as this game is, it's kind of surprising. But
just about halfway through the fourth, Steele will float it in here to Gibson, right elbow here. Working against Thomas inside, little fadeaway from Gibson off the mark.
Good job by Thomas. He's just enough displaced Aiden to get him off his spot.
And now Conley lost the handle for a moment. It's still loose, and now it is still loose on the floor. And now Conley will get it.
He's got a timeout. That's big because a jump ball would have been.
And
a jump ball would have been gone to the Rams. So
now 50-42 the lead here for Bishop Heelan after this. They get the timeout there. And Schulte, I think, a little upset maybe with them giving that timeout there.
Well, I mean, he got secure to the ball right there. I think they thought it might have been a foul prior to that. But again, when the ball's kind of rolling around the floor right there, it's hard to decide who you're going to call a foul on.
So you had about 5 or 6 players. They're all scrambling for that one. They're on the floor
It's
here.
not a reset of the shot clock because Heelan still had possession, but you got plenty of time, 23. That is, the third timeout, so Heelan still got 2 timeouts. Glenwood with 3. Those things, at this point, you're still thinking, well, I've got time, but we saw in some of those games that come down to the wire that you want one of those timeouts in your pocket. We saw it Monday night. Coach Mitch Osborne needed a timeout to stop the clock. Didn't have it. Had to burn one on a jump ball, and it didn't allow allowed Glenwood to kind of run out the clock and win by 1. So you never know when you want that one timeout, even if just a few seconds left. But Heelan valued the possession more. They're up 8. Again, we're still quite a ways away from. I don't think Glenwood's committed a foul yet. So, we're quite a ways away from the bonus and free throws.
Say just one foul.
I'm curious where they're going to put. They're going to put the ball in the base. I thought they might put it over there in the corner, but they're going to do a relief point down there on the baseline. It's a little bit more of a natural out-of-bounds spot that you get.
So an inbound now here for Noah Conley here trying to float it in. Gets it to Thomas in the lane, and he powers up.
He did a little screen for a screener right there. Thomas, the last 4 points, and they've responded with a 4-0 run themselves and back up by 10, Ethan.
So now here's Johnson at the point here for the Rams. Gives it off to Gibson. Guarded here by Thomas. It's been the duel all night. Now here's Stout. Left wing. Step back. Trey. Too strong. And Thomas there for the rebound.
I like the look. I mean, they doubled Gibson for obvious reasons. Cole Stout's capable of hitting, but that was a shot he needed to fall right there.
Now here's Abe Scott here. Over to Thomas. Top of the key here for the Crusaders. Conley working towards that left block, and he'll get fouled on the floor. That'll be the first foul against the Rams this quarter.
He's got such a quick first step, too, and Drew Schroeder's pretty quick, and Conley's able to get to that rim. I think was that on Schroeder? That's his third. It's only the first foul for Glenwood, though.
On the inbound, they get it to Thomas. He has a little room, driving inside to the rim, and one for Kason Thomas.
I tell you what, he's come to play in this last 3 minutes of this fourth quarter, Ethan. He just physically took that ball right at Aiden Gibson. Gibson really pretty good defense to spot right there, but said Kason Thomas with that length and strength of the shoulders right there just powered through it.
Got a 6-0 run for himself here, looking to make it 7-0 from the line. Free throw on its way, and he hits it.
So they've done everything they need to do is bump the lead back up to 13, which is where it was at halftime. And Glenwood now, the clock, something they got to keep an eye on, down 13 with 3 minutes and under.
Johnson over to Schroeder, left forecourt here. Gives it off to Gibson here, top of the key. Gibson going to try to work inside here. Working against Thomas, puts up a contested mid-ranger. The rebound gets tipped around and it's taken by Whitcomb.
Again, just making it really tough to get shots off, and Thomas with his size just displaces. Now you're going to see probably a little bit of a spread. And Glenwood, of course, now going to have to foul, I think, to kind of extend this game as much as possible, Ethan, because Heelan's, if they run 35, 40 seconds, every possession, Glenwood's just not going to have enough touches.
They still got one more to spare here before sending the Crusaders to the free throw line. Nearly a steal for Stout. Now here comes Whitcomb. Working that left block, and he'll get fouled there by Gibson.
Gibson that time tried to time it that time. A little extra hesitation by number 4, Whitcomb. Got him in the air, and again, big free throws coming up here as Heelan looks to kind of weather that Glenwood run and extend their lead.
Now Whitcomb, leading scorer on the night. First free throw is short.
And if you're Bishop Heelan right now, every time you get to the free throw line, at least make one. Ethan, get something positive on every possession. Force Glenwood to keep chasing.
15 points for Whitcomb on the night. That one's short as well. Rebound there by Steele. Off to Gibson. And looking for Johnson there behind him, but he reins it in there.
Glenwood's got to go here. Just 2 minutes to go.
Johnson, kick out to Steele. Right wing, a tray off the mark. Rebounded there by Scott. 2:15 to play here in the ball game. Working up the far sideline, Pierce Conley gets double teamed off to Scott. The Whitcomb now center
I'd foul this guy. If you get the line, he's missed a couple free throws. I'm looking for Noah Conley. He's the guy that I want with the ball, shoot the free throws.
Scott now here to Noah Conley, and he will get fouled. And
it's the fourth on Schroeder. At this point, you got to stop the clock. We're 2 minutes to go now, down 13. That is the 15th foul. So now Heelan the rest of the way here, shooting free throws. And this is the guy, if you're Bishop Heelan, you want the line.
Conley, first free throw is good. Believe it or not, Whitcomb actually is the highest free throw shooter on the team. And like significant playing time, but he missed those last two. But Conley looking to...
Sometimes that's night to night. So you go with the guy that is hot tonight. That's this guy here. He calmly hits nothing but net on both.
So double figures now for him. Give him 11 points.
And
extends
Thomas
the lead.
is just picking up Aiden Gibson 94 feet away. He says, I'm not going to give you an open look at a three.
Johnson to Stout in the lane and trying to work there against Scott. Goes out to play it off of Bishop Heelan.
Well, Stout's had some success, powering the way to the basket. And right now, 148. And Glenwood, they're going to have to start thinking threes here, Ethan, down 15. And you got to start getting some quick shots and some stops.
There's Steele. Little pump fake on the right corner, and he'll get shoved a little bit there by Whitcomb.
I think it's on the floor, so...
That'll be just the second team foul on the Crusaders.
It's not a bad foul in the sense that, it's non-shooting foul, only the second.
We've got the last 9 the Crusaders do here in this quarter. And at 45 to go, here's Johnson. Johnson has a little room, driving to the glass, off the window and in. Big one there to try to cut into this deficit here. He's got 10 points now here for Glenwood, 57-44 with 1:37 to go here, coming out here of this 30-second timeout.
Well, yeah, and Coach Schulte knows we got to stop the clock. We got to talk. Probably get Schroeder out, a little defense, offense here. He's got 4 fouls. You might want him on the floor for something else. And, Bishop Heelan's job right now, Coach Hahn's message is, guys, hey, we're getting fouled. We're shooting free throws. Mm-hmm. Take care of the ball. What we don't want is live ball turnovers in the backcourt, Ethan, where you get a chance for Glenwood to score, maybe get that foul and one where you get points and the clock stopped. And, you're up 13 points. You're at 1:37. All you really got to do is just, every time you get a chance at the free throw line, make at least one and force Glenwood, you're going to have to get multiple touches. And, again, the only thing that you can do if you're Heelan to kind of get this game away is turn the ball over in the backcourt.
So now we'll have the inbound here for the Glenwood bucket. Timeout. We'll get it in here to Noah Conley, and his pass taken away. Here comes Gibson, and they'll slam it home.
Well, that was the one right there. He made a pass to the wrong spot.
Back to an 11-point game. Now here's Heelan across the line, off the knee there of Conley, but Thomas able to save it. Now here's Conley driving to the basket with the left hand, off the glass, won't go. Thomas with the offensive rebound.
He just took over right there. Yeah, he's the guy that's probably going to be the difference maker here in the fourth quarter. Lead back up to 13.
Johnson driving inside under the basket. Hook shot doesn't go. Rebound there by Scott. And Scott now will get fouled with a minute to go and a 59-46 lead.
Well, Bishop Heelan has proven that they might be the giant killers in this region. They upset a pretty good Sergeant Bluff team, although they had split during the year. They've come in here and beat on the road in a Glenwood team with 19 wins, and they were not intimidated one bit. They led from pretty much the get-go. I don't think they trailed at all tonight, Ethan, have they?
They have not as the first.
I think it was 6. Yeah, I think they had the first basket of the game, and then up 6-2, and then they just kind of pulled away, and Glenwood made a nice run there and got it to 5. But then Kason Thomas took over in the fourth quarter.
He's got 9 now. Second free throw from Scott is good as well. Now Rams come back with it offensively. Left corner, a tray from the Goldrick there is off the mark. Rebound taken by Conley. Now he'll work up across half court, up the sideline, trying to go to Whitcomb, and Thomas will chase it down the loose ball in the near corner. And Scott now here at half court. 40 seconds to go, and Scott still with it here at the center circle. Has some room to the top of the key. 17 to shoot here for the Crusaders. Now Noah Conley here will get fouled.
You don't even need to shoot if you're Heelan. You just run it out. You got a 15-point lead, and tell you what, MOC Floyd Valley, they haven't played them yet this year, which is kind of surprising, but that's a team that I think, this team is not going to be intimidated by the Dutch at all. So they're going to go in there and scrap it, and they get performances like they did tonight, some perimeter shooting. They got, Kason Thomas, who kind of just used his size and strength on the inside to kind of negate Aiden Gibson a little bit. The team that you don't look at that 10-12, well, soon to be 11-12 record and overlook that.
12 points for Conley now on the night, looking to make it 13 on the line here. And he does. So now 28 to play here in this one. Glenwood down 63-46. Schroeder out to the Goldrick in the left corner. That's the side of the backboard. Rebounded here by Scott. And he will get fouled here, and that will more likely do it here. Bishop Heelan can just ice this one away here from the free throw line.
They showed me some moxie tonight. They come out, they shot the ball well early when they had to. They got some, Grant Whitcomb hit a couple threes. Noah Conley was good. Pierce Conley hit a shot. And they just, every time Glenwood made a little bit of a push, they found a way to respond. And, like I said, they've been battle tested all year playing in that conference, so they knew the game was going to have some ebbs and flows, and their defense tonight was superb tonight. They really just took Glenwood out of its normal rhythms, and Glenwood never really felt like they had any kind of flow, and Coach Schulte knew he couldn't press because he could beat the press. He likes that full court. We get that game up and down. He just couldn't take that chance tonight.
Scott, the second free throw here, rattles around and out, and Gibson will get the board there, but 15 seconds to go. Gibson will bring it across half court, pulls up the three, rings in and out. Rebound taken by Conley, and that will do it here as they give it off to Noah Conley across half court. Clock will hit zero, a 63-46 win here on the road for Bishop Heelan. They're moving on to a sub-state final on Monday where they'll await the winner of MOC Floyd Valley Sioux Center coming up there in that final. And as you mentioned there, Brian, the defense really superb from Bishop Heelan tonight, and really Kason Thomas there defensively and offensively late. He slowed down Gibson most of the time on the court tonight.
Yeah, and they were able to rotate and switch, and like I said, just really throw Glenwood out of sync offensively. There was never really good looks anywhere. It's just tough sledding, and then when you can bring guys in, they had size when they needed it. It's 2 6'5" guys, 6'6", and they could just do some different things against you. And Glenwood just, they found that hole, and they could just never kind of get some momentum going. They made a couple runs, which good teams do, and they just weren't getting it done tonight. And again, credit to Heelan on the road, and like I said, now they're a little closer. They're still on the road, but they're a little closer to home in Orange City, and that's a team that. That's going to be a battle up there against the Dutch. But again, a great season by Glenwood tonight. A bunch of seniors guys that have been through it and different sports. And you never want to end your season this way. But Glenwood got a couple games at home, and they found a way to win against Harlan. Tonight they just ran into a team that just found a way to kind of persevere in the Bishop Heelan Crusaders. So again, hats off to Glenwood, the seniors. Coach Schulte's got a group to come back as well next year, and wouldn't be surprised maybe these two teams, like as you mentioned, there's a lot of guys on Heelan that are going to be back next year as well.
So you mentioned that senior group, 5 seniors: Cole Stout, Virginia Rangel Gonzalez, Aiden Gibson, Landon McGoldrick, and Drew Schroeder having that final game in the Glenwood jersey here tonight. Some of your leading scorers here in this one: Grant Whitcomb, he led the way for Bishop Heelan. He had 15 points, 13 of those came in that first half. He had the hot hand there in the first half for the Crusaders. Noah Conley winds up with 13 points. Kason Thomas and Abe Scott both with 9 points on the night for Bishop Heelan. And then also Aiden Gibson there led the way with 17 points. Jack Johnson joined him with 10 points and in double figures as well. 8 of those coming there in that second half. 8 points also for Cole Stout. So once again, it is a 63-46 win here for Bishop Heelan over Glenwood here tonight on the road. They'll move on to a sub-state final coming up on Monday. But that'll do it here for us from Glenwood here tonight. We'll have more on this game coming up later on tonight at KMAland.com. So for Brian Bertini and all of us here at KMA Sports, this is Ethan Hewitt signing off.